For this project, I'm going to show you how I built my sled that I use for creating Kumiko strips. So let's get going. For this project, I'm using up some old engineered 3-ply board. It was cheaper than plywood at the time, but you could use plywood also. First, I cut it down to size. Next, I cut a single runner for underneath the sled, and this takes a few passes to get just the perfect fit for that miter slot. And now I glue that runner on using CA glue. And I secure it permanently to the base with some screws. To make the sled slide a little bit easier, I sand that runner down and use a little bit of wax to make it nice and smooth. And a quick test to see how it slides, and it works pretty good. Now I need to add a rail on the back of this, and I'm just going to attach this temporarily with a couple of screws, and later you'll see why. I'm going to true that up to 90 degrees once I have the sled cut in half. Now I've got the sled cut in half, and I'll be using both sides of this, also the side without the runner. The right side, which doesn't have a runner underneath, it needs to be held down securely. I don't want that to move around on me while I'm trying to use it, so I'm going to drill a couple of holes through it, and I'll attach that in the miter slot so it stays in place. This top board is really important because it sets the width of the Kumiko strips. And what I've done here is I've actually cut that top board the width of my saw curve less than the bottom board. So it's about 3.2 millimeters less than the bottom board. My curve of my saw happens to be 3.2 millimeters wide. And now I'm resetting that back rail just a little bit to get it back in the square with that fresh saw cut on the right hand side there. And a little bit more sanding and wax on that upper piece on the right hand side, because the Kumiko board is going to slide against that, and I really don't want much friction there. This board is a spacer, which will become obvious. It actually is what the Kumiko board sits against on the left hand side, and that'll become more obvious in just a few seconds. The top piece that sits on top of that spacer needs a rail on it so that it rides on the bottom rail, which will also be more clear in just a few seconds. Now I'm just attaching that top piece, which has that rail, to the bottom spacer permanently. And now with the handle attached, I can slide that back and forth. And now I'm ready to make some test cuts, so I insert a piece of fresh milled maple. And I reattach the other half of the sled to the saw. And now I make my first test cut. Every time I move the saw back with the piece of maple, I just slide the handle over a little bit against that top board. That resets the gap, and then I push it through again. I noticed that my strips are a little bit too wide. They're slightly over the 3.2 millimeters, so that top piece, I'm just going to slide that over. It has a little bit of play in it, about the width of a paper, to get it just right. And there we go, really happy with this sled. This saves me a lot of time. Only took me a few minutes to create a whole bunch of strips that would have otherwise taken me a lot more time.